Hello, my lovely gems. Welcome to Soulsake Tarot. My name is Christina, and I'm going to be doing your general read for the upcoming month of January 2021. I hope that y'all are doing well. Happy New Year. All such things. Let's see what we can get here for my gems. I don't know, everything's popping out upside down. I couldn't tell you. Alithia. I feel like it's a theme for my air signs. Just this idea of illumination. Okay, let's see what we have so far. So colorful. Okay. We have Alithia, the storm, the siren, the eternal child, the gem, Anima Mundi, and the creator. There's just horns happening. I live in the city, what can I say? Gems, I feel like you guys are kind of like coming to this place of the storm. I know it was the last read, it was just kind of that idea of like preparing to go to this person. And I'm not sure if maybe you did that and it didn't go so well. I don't know. And it's almost kind of like this reckoning of a like a pureness of truth in terms of the idea of everything. You know, I almost want to say I almost want to say that the idea is that you know, like in this storm that you kind of underwent, you know, it's just kind of this idea of who you are in the midst of everything. You know, it's almost this idea of, this card is usually interconnectivity, but right now I'm just kind of getting this feeling of like feeling small in comparison to all of the things that are. You know, and you have the eternal child here, and it's kind of that, it's that idea of feeling small, you know, like going through this storm and discovering this truth, but like feeling insignificant in it, you know, like all it did was illuminate like how small of a role you play in the theater of life, you know, of the world, you know, possibly of this person's life. And then you have, you know, the siren, the gem, and the creator. And I kind of get the idea of like Harold and the Purple Crayon with the eternal child and the creator. I'm just kind of being like, okay, well, I'm going to draw what I want to draw. And I want to say that you want to draw a line between you and this thing that's calling to you. I don't know if this is a person or if this is like a job opportunity, because I kind of feel like it could, for some of my gems, be a job opportunity. I don't know. But either way, it's the idea of coming through this storm, feeling really small, having this fullness of truth that just kind of leaves you feeling a little bit insignificant, and yet feeling called to, I wouldn't say draw this line to you and something that you value, you know, like creating that transition. seems to be a theme. How you doing, 2021? Okay. I mean, I think everyone would agree that transition over destruction is a desired change, yeah? Okay. Five of Pentacles, which is the idea of walking away. The Tower. Yeah, I mean, you know, it seems like you guys experienced an end, you know, just this real, guess it didn't go so well. You know, but, or I guess we're in January, so maybe you haven't done it yet, or maybe you're just dealing with the aftermath of it, but whatever it is, it didn't go well. And, you know, you felt like it was the end and you're walking away from it all. I think just, again, you know, like with that idea of like feeling kind of, I don't know, defeated, I want to say. The Queen of Swords and the Page of Wands with the Three of Swords. So it's just kind of this idea of somebody coming to you with a message that just kind of wreaks havoc. You know, it's a truth that just leaves you feeling, you know, stabbed in the back. You know, and I want to say likely due to the fact that you'd put so much effort into your presentation and into like what you were going to say and how you were going to say it and what you were going to wear even. I feel like there was like a whole perfume scent happening, you know, but it's just that idea that, you know, this person was like, hey, just so you know, like, you're a part of the entirety of my life, but you're not my life. And I think that just kind of left you feeling devastated because I think you had placed more value in them than they had placed in you. What else can we get here for my gems? I haven't used this deck in a while, but I'm having fun with it. I missed it. Okay, now they're popping. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, I mean, gems, it seems like, I mean, you've got the Ace of Pentacles, the life renewed, Ace of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles. And it's just kind of that idea of you working towards creating, creating a new life, a new version of life for yourself. You know, and the Ace of Pentacles is a card that speaks to the idea of small beginnings, you know, and not dismissing small beginnings, small new beginnings. So it seems like, you know, it's that idea of like drawing that line and having that small beginning to work towards what it is that you desire. And honestly, gems, I kind of feel like what it is that you're desiring is an idea at this point. You know, it's kind of this idea that you had this end, you felt this heartbreak, or you're coming into this end and you're feeling this heartbreak, and you know, not to be deterred, you're like, I'm still going to make it to what it is that I want. You know, like your smallness that you feel is almost this gift of a new beginning. And I think that you find that in this new beginning, you're able to really like come into yourself, and I want to say work on yourself. This kind of has the idea of I want to say, don't look for someone to make you happy. Be someone who makes yourself happy, or something like that. I don't know. It's a meme. It floats around, but it's kind of that idea of you're like, you know what? I'm gonna create this life, because if I'm of the mentality that, like, this is what I want in my life. I kind of want to give the example of somebody who, like, who parties 24/7, and yet they're always like looking for that wonderful life with that wonderful person where they can do all of these really cool things. And it's like, nobody's going to look at you and think that you're going to do anything cool with them, because they look at your life and all they see you do is like sit around and party all of the time, and that's not in line with what it is that you're envisioning. And I kind of feel like that's almost like what you've, like, not necessarily the partying. I mean, it could be, whatever, I don't know, pick your vice. But whatever that vice is, it's that idea that this person is like, listen, like, you don't fit my vision in any way. And let me tell you why. And it left you feeling small and a little bit defeated. And yet, as you're going into 2021, or you're getting ready to experience this. I don't know if you have experienced this yet or not. But either way, this storm that you're experiencing is awakening you to a truth, I think, about yourself. And so you're going and you're trying to create something that will call in what you want, something that you value, because it's that idea of you can't ask something of someone when you don't even have that yourself. It's just this realization. It's this idea of really focusing on yourself, really becoming who you want to be, really living the life that you want someone to live with you, because you have to be in the habit of living that life. And if you're not in the habit of living that life, then you put the responsibility on that other person, and it's not that person's responsibility to create your life for you. And I think that that's really, what you're understanding. And so you're just doing your best to start over again. And it might not feel like it's, a big start, like a magnificent transition. But I think that you'll find that the longer you focus on you and building the life that you envision, the more alive you'll feel again, and you won't feel so small. You'll feel focused, and in your focus, you'll feel this growth and this transition. And I think the Seven of Pentacles here is the idea of kind of patiently waiting this change that is inevitable. Because she's pregnant, and it's kind of that idea of like you're pregnant with life. You're pregnant with the life that you are, creating for yourself. And that seems like the whole theme for your month. It's just kind of this reckoning, and then this transitioning into starting a new beginning for you, but with this different idea. I think a different mentality and a different approach than maybe you had previously had. Yeah, I mean, the Two of Swords and the Nine of Swords, again, it's that idea of just being, fully aware of who you are, and why you've created what you've created in the past, and how it is that you can cut away with those vices, I want to say. Let's see what else we can get for my gems. The Crone. And honestly, gems, I feel like the Crone is you. The Tear, the Medallion, the Healer. I feel like these are all you. Um, I mean, the crone and the healer, it's just kind of that idea again of, I mean, we went from the crown, from Harold and the Purple Crown. But it is kind of that idea of like through healing yourself, you're coming into this understanding, and from coming into this understanding, you're able to heal yourself. It's kind of like a dual, like a twofer. It's an Arnold Palmer. Yeah, I mean, again, it's just that idea that you're coming into this understanding of why it is that you're not able to create what it is that you're wanting to create. And you put forth all of this effort, and and the attempt to kind of get this prize that you were wanting, and found that, in the end, you just faced a storm and some endings and feeling a little bit small and sad, I mean, you're sad about it. I think that it's not even so much the sadness of the loss, although I mean that's probably a part of it, but I also think that it's almost just like this element of like just disappointment, like I just feel like you're just kind of like, god damn, like how did I not know that? But now you're approaching life from this idea of, oh, but now I know, now I've lived through it, now I have an understanding, now I've the Gnosis card isn't here, but it's it's kind of that idea of like cyclical learning. Now I know how to take who I am and what I want and work towards creating this new beginning for myself, because Gems, I feel like that there's something for you, and that you can create it. You just have to, really focus on working on yourself for a while. And I feel like for the month of January, in 2021, you're coming into this year, and it's just kind of like this new year, new me. I'm going to do what I need to do to create the life for myself that I want to share with another person, and setting out on this new beginning of the illustration of your life that you want to create now. Like you have the crown and you have a better understanding of how to use it, which is very positive and wonderful, Gems. I'm so happy. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will see y'all again next week. Bye.